Number 5 is know your partner's love language.
Talk to me. You the one who suggested that.
Because I know that if you don't know how your partner receives love, then what you think is the right way, they're not getting it.
Okay.
Like I know with you, you love touch.
Okay.
You love affection.
Right.
You love for me to touch you, to kiss you, to hug you.
Yes.
Just to snuggle up next to you.
Right.
That helps you feel love.
Okay.
Some people, they need to hear it. They need to hear their partner say, I love you, or you're wonderful. Not to blow up their head, but they just need to hear what you're feeling.
You shouldn't be afraid to blow up your partner's head in a relationship. I mean, if they look good and you're attracted to them, I believe that you owe it to your spouse or your partner to let them know daily that they're wanted, because, you know, there is a lot of distractions out there. And, you know, if you don't water your grass, somebody else will. Right. And I'm quite sure you get a lot of compliments no matter where you go. And
I love you.
It ain't got to do with love. It's just a fact of life. When you look good, and I'm going to tell y'all this. It's a side note. Don't get jealous. If you have an attractive mate, other people should find them attractive too. So as long as you keep your proper perspectives and some of the little elements we're going to add later, you implement this, there should no be a problem. I don't mind when somebody else say your wife looks good or she got a nice body and stuff like that. That don't blow my head because I know you're going home to. You know, and with you, you know, being in the public spectacle or the spotlight, being a pastor, doing so many endeavors that I do, you know, other women be saying little things and stuff like that. But, you know, with the love language, we keep ourselves healthy.
Yes.
You know, I can't keep my hands off you. Okay, she's smiling, y'all. She laughing. I just can't. You know, if I got a pat on the butt or put my arms around her while she's cooking food in the kitchen, or she better not bend over there in the refrigerator.
That's your other love language.
Which is?
When I cook for you.
Oh, most definitely.
That's when I make you a nice big old meal.
You don't know.
Sometimes it can be simple meals, just hot dogs and beans.
Yo, you know,
on the night you want it.
I'm East Baltimore, y'all. I'm East Baltimore, so you know I like.
But just cook. But I noticed that's your other. You like when I cook for you.
Love it. I mean, it's with love. Yeah, I don't hear pots and pans slamming. Now, I was in a relationship with somebody slamming. I didn't even want to eat that angry food.
Nah, my food's full of love.
Yes, it is. And my boys take after me because, you know, they eat it just like I eat it.
Yes, they do.
But, you know, getting back to knowing your love, I think that's very, very important. A lot of times, because we've been in relationships with other people, we try to bring their likes into our new relationship. And so one of the things that we did early on was to talk about it.
Yes.
You know, we talked about a lot of stuff. Before we became lovers, we became acquaintances and then friends. Right. So it was a progression. And I think in today's society, we jump too fast. Just because somebody like you don't mean you need to be in a relationship with them.
That's a whole nother show.
Definitely. And you want to continually grow. So knowing your partners, it's not going to be the same. That's why I was telling the guy the other day, I told him, stop watching porn. That's not love. You know, what you see on there it's not love. It's a job. It's an industry. It's a fantasy. It's an impossibility. You don't want to pattern your relationship after something that you see on porn. I mean, get to know your spouse, you know.
Know what their love language. Do they need to see, do they need like love letters?
Right.
Do they need to hear it? Do they need to feel it?
Right.
Find out how do they feel loved?
Right. How do they feel
If you don't know how your spouse feels loved, you guys need to sit down and have a conversation.
Right. I think that should be early and often. And because we evolve in our relationships, we grow as individuals and as a couple. You should do it often, because what may have turned you on back in the day may not be a turn on today. I mean, right, because, you know, as a person gets old, all the patting on the butt and stuff like that, it changes. Everybody changes. So you don't want to be doing something maybe
I still like the stuff you did in the beginning.
Right, but not everybody. You know, when your body changes and stuff happens and stuff, you may not feel as sexy as you were or don't want certain things.
But I think the fact that you still treat me the same way as I did when I was 50 pounds lighter, and
but you know what I say
less
about
scars.
But you know what I say
But
about
you
black
still,
women.
but you still treat me the same way as though I look like I did when we first met.
You know what I say about black women, right? Black women gives you the best of all worlds. Let me share this with y'all. What she is at 20, she's different at 30. What she is at 30, she's different at 40. What she is at 40, she's different at 50, and so on. So what you got to do is understand that what I met 10, 11 years ago has morphed. The little bit, more bounce to the ounce is what counts sometimes. And, and being sexy, people don't understand. I think being attractive or good looking is different than being sexy. Sexy oftentimes has to do with looks. That's why I was telling you before that you wonder why that guy with her. If she's sexy, that's the attitude, the mindset, the aura that outweighs good looks every day. Every day, you can look good and not be sexy. You can just be appealing to the eye. Oh, she look good. But when you're sexy, when it oozes machismo, like when it just comes out your pore, that's what's popping, and that helps lead to a strong, healthy, wholesome relationship in your love language. You're going to gain weight. You're going to go through surgeries. Life is going to hit you, but you can maintain being attracted to your mate and let them know what's sexy to them. It may be lingerie, because you got to get rid of these house coats.
Well, some men just like their wives in a t-shirt in their panties. That's sexy to some men.
Right. Or you can just panties in a dress shirt.
True.
Yeah, that's sexy too. Or put on my Ravens jersey. Yes.